Well, I did something today I've never done before, and at my age, that's kind of hard to say. I watched Nebraska women's volleyball for the first time in the last 32 years of being a Husker fan. I'm Don Collins, this is the Don Collins Show, and I'm about to share with you my first time fan reactions to watching Nebraska volleyball. Before we get started talking about the volleyball, I want to remind you to subscribe to my channel. If you're not a subscriber, this is a great time to join because, as I've said in other videos, I just give stuff away to subscribers. If you subscribe to this channel and email me your mailing address, you will get at least one or two. I'm giving away cool Nebraska former player autographs like JoJo Doman. I'm giving away cards from the 2015 Panini Honors set. You like Casey Thompson? I got some Casey Thompson cards too. Here's the deal. Subscribe to my channel. Email me your mailing address and I'll send you at least one Nebraska trading card, most of them with autographs. And if this channel can go to 500 subscribers by Sunday at midnight, I will send you at least two of those cards. I'm feeling generous and I hope you'll subscribe. And now let's talk about Nebraska women's volleyball. I don't like to talk about things for which I've got no experience. And what I really know is to kind of stay in my lane and talk about things that I at least have a working knowledge of. And when it comes to volleyball, until today, I honestly couldn't have told you anything about volleyball. I have never watched a match. So I sat back, I got my pen and paper out, and I started taking notes while I was watching it. And I came up with some observations. Number one, it will exhaust you just watching it. I felt myself, my heart rate going up, and I felt sweat on my brow. It was nonstop action. I mean, there was not a moment. The only moment that there was an action was if there was a commercial break, and I don't know how often those things happen, or after a point was scored, and then the girls would huddle up together and then get right back to it. I mean, it was just clearly for people really physically fit. But while I was watching it and watching all the action, it really humbled me in that I don't know anything about what's going on. I didn't know, are there plays being called? When they talk in the huddle, are they talking about what they're getting ready to do? Are there some schemes, or is there defense, is there offense? Because the other thing I came away from watching this was it seemed like controlled chaos. There was no way in my mind to justify why I thought any one player was doing something any other player wouldn't or couldn't do. Until I noticed that the girls all had the same color jerseys on except one of the players, and it was on both teams. So both teams had a girl wearing a different color jersey. And it seemed like that girl on both teams was going down to the ground a lot and hitting the ball up for other people to do something with. Now, if this sounds embarrassingly basic, like I don't know what I'm talking about, I'm just telling you as a fan, that's what it looked like to me. It looked like there was this one player who was kind of the person in charge, maybe because of the different outfit, and doing all the heavy lifting to go down to get the balls. I know this sounds silly, but I'm a first-time watcher. I looked around and watched everybody else really getting into it and seemingly understood everything that was happening and cheering at all the same times and booing at the same times. And I just felt like kind of that new guy, like I don't know what's happening here. But here's the weird part about it. Although I didn't know anything at all about what was happening, and I didn't really know who was doing the good thing or the not good thing, or who was the best player on either team, here's what I felt. And this is what I would share with any of you who is a Nebraska fan. I didn't know how to quantify who was the best player, but I know who I was rooting for. It was absolutely unbelievable, the feeling I had of wanting Nebraska to win something that I had no idea how they were going to win. I'm going to watch some more, and if any of you want to share some tips with me on players to look out for or ways to judge who's doing good or not, please feel free to tell me in the comments that I'm a dummy, and here's a way I can find out more, because I'm open to it, and I think I lost about 3 or 4 pounds just watching it. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Remember, subscribe to this channel. I'll send you some free stuff if you'll email me your mailing address. Go Big Red, go women's volleyball, and I'll see you next video.